All right, welcome back everybody to Altcoin Daily, where you subscribe. Yes, you subscribe for our daily videos, keeping you informed on everything going on with Bitcoin, crypto, the whole market. So in the last 24 to 48 hours, we have seen Bitcoin like we've seen this whole year. Bitcoin consolidates, Bitcoin breaks up, then Bitcoin breaks out. So we went from a very tight consolidation. It was wrapping around 11,300. We popped up. And then right now, at least at the time of recording, Bitcoin is over 12,500, which is positive. Our yearly high, which let me remind you, we hit our high about 2 weeks ago. Our yearly high is 13,880, and it's probably our next level of resistance. That being said, we've been breaking through resistance all year. Right? We've been breaking through resistance all year now. Why is that? What makes this year different? Well, maybe it's because this is the first time in Bitcoin's history where it's no longer a question of will Bitcoin go back up? The question is, how high is this thing going to go? Because nobody thinks Bitcoin is going to die anymore. Fundamentals for Bitcoin have never been stronger. We show you this all the time if you subscribe. And many people realize this. Have you noticed the trend that's going on this year? It's 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Sometimes we go up 3 steps and then come back 1 or 2 steps. Sometimes it's not a step back at all. Sometimes it's a consolidation or a time correction. But you recognize this trend, right? You see this trend. When in doubt, zoom out. And remember, the trend is your friend. So the daily chart, bullish. The weekly chart, bullish. The monthly chart, bullish. We have a very clear trend going on. And yet, I see a lot of people asking, I see a lot of posts, a lot of comments. People are asking me, what's the best way to sell my Bitcoin? What's the best way to sell my Bitcoin? Seems like a lot of people are pretty pleased with the gains that they've made in the last few months. And hey, nothing wrong with taking profits, nothing wrong at all. But for me, and this is just me, I'm not selling. I'm buying. I'm buying Bitcoin. Because for me, I have more of a long-term mindset. So think about this. So the capitulation was right here. And we're already 7 months into this next bull cycle. 7 months into this next bull cycle, yet a lot of people still have their minds trapped in the past, like we're right here. A lot of people still have their minds set in a bear market mentality. You've probably heard of the depression mentality, right? People who grew up in America during the Great Depression, they just think differently because they grew up in a different time. Just like people who grew up in this bear market, they're thinking differently. But think about this. We are 7 months into this bull cycle, but for the last one, this was the peak of the last bull cycle. And after this ended, took about 7 or 8 months of going down before the euphoria, fully wore off, before people really admitted that we were no longer in a bull cycle. It took about 7 months for everybody to come around. Well, we're 7 months into the new bull cycle, and then this bear market mentality is just starting to wear off. So it's confusing, I know. A lot of people have a hard time thinking about such a positive future from here since, even some people don't even think this is the bottom since, when we bottomed, we didn't see the usual technicals, right? We didn't see the big red wick. We didn't see the big red volume stick. A lot of people say in this whole entire bear market, hey, there just wasn't enough punishment. This bear market, it wasn't punishing enough for you. There's no way we can be in a bull market. People never gave up hope back then. There needs to be more pain. Okay, but sometimes it's not about pain. Sometimes it's more about punishment. It's either pain or punishment. And the punishment for a lot of people in the last 6 months was not being able to buy cheap coins, because they missed the boat, because they thought it was going lower, or perhaps they sold when they saw the price shoot up, and then the real punishment was seeing the price go up a lot more. Anyways, it's all human psychology. Everybody in the last cycle, the majority of people bought in right around here, near the top, and that was after hearing all these stories of crypto millionaires, all this money that was to be made in crypto. Now, what you didn't realize back then, what all these people didn't realize at this time, is that those crypto millionaires, they had bought in down here. And then when you were buying in, they were cashing out. So here we are today, and it might seem like it might be hard to imagine a future where Bitcoin is over $20,000. But for me, I think of this time right here as kind of like a second chance, This coming cycle in the next few years, I think, based on the research that I've done, I think this next cycle is going to be bigger than ever before. And that's why this channel exists. That's why we talk about it all the time, the reasons why. So I'm just trying to accumulate that one last Bitcoin. Now, can I get one more Bitcoin before that's out of my reach? And I don't know if I can. But how about you? Are you buying or are you selling? We just put out a Twitter poll. Head on over to our Twitter, participate in this, or just comment below. I am buying, I am selling, or obviously the default, I am hodling. Let me know in the comments. All right, we're going to finish up today's video with a little bit of crypto news. These stories, they're ripped straight from today's headlines. So if you're a crypto investor or a crypto enthusiast, I think you're going to want to see this stuff. And of course, we're going to end the video pretty soon. So if you got value in this video, hey, do me a favor, hit the like button. Liking our videos, it's a small thing you can do, and it truly does help our channel grow. And check this out. Bitcoin has existed for 3,873 days and been a bad investment on only 60 of them. Of course, this is because Bitcoin is very near its all-time high. So in other words, people who decided to buy Bitcoin one day and hold it until this past Saturday have made a profit 98.4% of the time, which is pretty interesting. I wanted you to know that. Next story. Casa launches new mobile app for their Lightning node. So of course, talked about this before. Well, just like a Bitcoin node, anybody can set up a Lightning node very cheap, and it's not too hard, but if you want it to be really not that hard at all, and you want your node to look very sleek, you can actually pay a premium and get this Bitcoin Lightning node right here. Well, now they have a mobile app for their Lightning node, which is pretty interesting. So the new app called the Sats app will help users access and manage their Lightning node easier. And the team has stated that they also plan on rolling out a rewards program so that users can earn a little bit of Bitcoin as they continue to use the app. That's pretty cool. So the CEO of Casa, Jeremy Welch, outlined the purpose of the mobile app in an interview with CoinDesk. He stated, "The features are focused on increasing adoption of Bitcoin and Lightning nodes. You'll be able to earn Bitcoin if you don't have a Casa node, but you'll be able to earn Bitcoin faster if you have a node. It's a lightweight app, but allows you to experience the full gamut, from earning your first Satoshi to operating a full node from your phone. It's private, secure, and connected over Tor. Our first announced stats-back reward will be 20,000 Satoshis just to get your Casa node all connected up on Tor and connect to the app. We're trying to make it easier for people to do that. Self-custody." I like that. Check it out if you're interested in paying a premium for a Lightning node, or you can always make your own Lightning node, or check it out. Here's a little blast from the past. So check this old screenshot out. So before Kraken was an exchange, it was a virtual goods market forum. And in 2012, they had a competition for a new logo. The prize back then was 175 Bitcoin. So this is weird to look at. Competition to design our new logo, 175 Bitcoin prize, ends February 8th. But even back then, people thought, well, wow, that's a lot of money. If I only had artistic skill, geez, my thoughts exactly. I'm thinking about trying regardless. It's quite a bit of Bitcoin. So back then in 2012, what Bitcoin is worth? Less than $100. Today, it's unbelievable, right? Hey, 10 years from now, 8 years from now, people are going to look back at the price of, if somebody gives you 1 Bitcoin or half a Bitcoin, they're going to be like, unbelievable. I think that's how it always works. This next story comes out of Yahoo Finance. If you're a basic attention fan, you're going to like this. Reddit will soon let you tip with crypto using bots. So, like I said, basic attention token. This will be, and you can tip people on Reddit using basic attention token. It will be introduced in a beta version of Reddit during the next 3 weeks before going live on the main website, according to a Brave developer. But just to be clear, The tipping will only be available if you have the Brave browser. Okay? So that's something to look forward to. This next story I thought was pretty amazing. Check this out. HBO show Euphoria showcases Bitcoin as a viable payment method in the latest episode. Check this out. Bitcoin has appeared on television yet again, this time on the third episode of HBO's Euphoria that aired June 30th, 2019. Kat, a major character on the show, notably does not make use of the world's largest cryptocurrency as an investment vehicle or a store of value. Instead, she uses it as a way to securely, privately, and discreetly transfer money between a client and herself. Kat later approaches an individual that helps anonymously convert her Bitcoin to US dollars for a rather appalling 20% commission. Either way, I think this is a net positive. This is great news. Just shows how Bitcoin and crypto is normalizing itself in society, and more people are realizing Bitcoin's true value and that it is not going away. Check this out. This is the last thing. Bitcoin charts 2017 versus 2019. So of course, which one is which? So this top one is 2017, the bottom one is 2019. Of course, 2017, and this is the first half of 2017 compared to the first half of 2019. And of course, 2017 was the final year of the bull cycle. 2019 is supposedly the first year of the bull cycle. What does this mean? Really nothing. Some people, I guess, would think it means, well, we got 5 more months of pure euphoria. That either the next 5 months will look pretty similar as well or completely different. No one can tell, but if it matches, we should see 14,000 by the 24th of July, 30,000 around mid-October, and 40,000 by the beginning of November. But actually, I will wait to buy at 8,000 again. Looks like a 10x is waiting in December. So take that for what it's worth. It's pretty interesting, the similarities. And of course, the future is looking bright. This is the rainbow chart, moonmath.win. Right now, the price of Bitcoin is 12,666, and it is shaping up to be a really fantastic year. I don't know if the price is going to go back to 8,000 or 6,000, or if the price is going to be astronomical by the end of the year. But what I would think is that 1 year from today, which will be a month after the next halving, I think the price would probably be higher than it is today. And 1 year after that, I think the price will for sure be a lot higher than what it is today and what it's going to be a year from today. So, cheers, guys.